All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things. All right, so Keri Hilson, she is coming back with her third album. It's been a long time. It's been at least since about 15 years since Keri Hilson was on the scene with music, you know, after her whole debacle with Beyonce. DISS Beyonce, that was pretty much the end of her, Keri Hilson's career. I think she did a small stint on Love and Hip Hop, but outside of that, musically, we never really heard much from her. I think she still writes for people, but she was under a rock for a while. But now she's back. She's promoting her song "Bay," that was released last month, sometime March 27th, and she has an album coming out on April 18th. Okay, called "We Need to Talk," and so she's doing a press run in regards to our album. And so, of course, people want to know, like, what was up with the Turning Me On remix and the Beyonce did? Like, that seemingly finished her career, okay? Now, Keri Hilson did an interview with The Breakfast Club, and she mentioned it. And she pretty much said that she was executively forced, okay, by Polo the Don and to pretty much put this record out against her own will. She didn't want to do it. She said that she didn't write the song. Another girl wrote the song, and pretty much she was forced to do it. And she was protecting them for all of these years because she didn't want to do it, but she had to. She didn't like it. She wrote her own version, but she didn't know what she had no choice. She just had to do it because she wanted to save her career, because she was pretty much threatened that if she didn't do it, she would have no career. So let's listen to a little bit of what she had to say on that.
It's a regret. It's a regret, but not in the way that people would think, because that's a song that I actually didn't. Those are not my words. I was on tour. Polo wanted me to do a remix to Turning Me On.
Mm-hmm.
He had produced the record, and I wasn't, because I was on tour with Lil Wayne. I wasn't able to lay anything down. He had been on me for a couple of weeks about we need to do a remix. Okay, so I take off. It wasn't happening quick enough for him. I take off, we fly in, and he had another writer in our camp at the time. He had her write this, so he played it for me, this is the remix, because I'm thinking I'm coming in to go write a remix to Turning Me On. The whole time I had been writing concepts, but I come into the studio and he plays me this verse, and I'm like, automatically, I'm like, I'm not saying that. That was my position. So I tried to fight him on it, and I began writing my own. That's what I did with my time there, but I want to be careful with the word I use.
See, be careful, because you're finna lie.
It was quite forced.
In an executive artist way?
Yeah, in an executive artist way only. Involving others and kind of threatening my career. In a real, you're not coming, because my album wasn't out yet. So it was like, you're not coming out if you don't do this. And the mistake that I made was not continuing to fight. But I was in tears. I was crying. I was adamant that I did not want to do that.
And for people that don't know, you were signed to Polo.
I was signed to Polo and Timbaland.
Correct.
Yep, in a joint venture at Interscope Records.
Yep.
And I was young. I was super young. I felt I had no power. I felt I had no choice. But I did record my version, which had nothing like that in it. It was on subject. The song is about men. And it leaked like days after I did it, but he promised me that wouldn't happen, so it leaked. And that was that. And I protected him. I protected the girl that wrote it, who went on to become famous. I protected everyone in the story, so I had to eat that. And I am still eating it to this day. But that is definitely a regret of not fighting even stronger. But again, when your career is on the line.
Okay. So she said she protected him. So that's where people are going to find the caveat in the lie, because she did an interview where she said the song wasn't leaked. She said she wasn't forced, and it was something that she wanted to do and wanted to say. Now, let me play you this video where she admits that she said what she said.
Nothing but truth. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Keri Hilson. You know, when I'm chilling in LA, I gotta be with my girl, Debbie Devin, Hard Knock TV.
So I have to ask you a question. This is a must-ask.
I'm sure.
Rumor popping.
Right.
You already know what I'm gonna ask.
Well, I don't know. It's one of 3 rumors that are circulating around my name, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you about that too.
Okay.
But there's a rumor going on that Polo the Don talked you into the studio, leaked a rap considered a diss song. Is that true?
It's considered that. Yes, Polo had this idea. No, he did not leak it. It's not the version Polo wanted out.
So 2025, she said he leaked it. Now, back then, she said, yeah, well, Polo did have an idea. Now she's saying he forced her, but But now he had an idea. He didn't leak it, but she's saying he leaked it.
Especially the version with him talking all over it. You know, it sounds like he's instigating something and giving more meaning into the lyrics than were initially intended. But no, he didn't like force me to do anything. I mean, it was a suggestion, and I told him, okay, I'll try it.
Oh, no, he didn't force me to do anything. It was a suggestion. I'll try it.
You know, I'll try it, and that was just it. He was like, I want it a little more fiery, and that's cool. That's cool with me. I speak my mind, and you know, I make no apologies for it. So, you know, it's a hot verse. I love the verse. Yes, I heard specific names being brought up. No, it's not about that. No, you know, that was not where the energy was. I'm not retracting or you know, feeling some kind of way about how people feel that I'm doing, you know, that I did this. I'm not, I guess that's the only way I could say it. I'm not retracting. It's just that was never the energy behind it.
Okay.
But we did play it for people, and it's considered a leak because we decided not to go with it. And I can prove that because it's like when you do a remix to a song, you kind of want it to be for the remix to come out while the song is really hot still. And the song is hot right now, but it's not number one.
So she said that they played it for people, but they didn't leak it. He wouldn't have wanted that out. But today, she's saying he leaked it or it got leaked. She's lying like hell. This is the one I believe.
So it was a late remix. We did that remix, well, 3 months ago now, and it just now leaked. So if we wanted it to come out, we would have done it while the fire was still burning very, very thick. And so, you know, it's been very hard to keep Keri Hilson records under wraps, and we decided to do that because people, when we played it for people, you know, people said, look, oh, it sounds like you're going at this person and that person. And when the moment names started being thrown around, we were like, oh, okay, we get it. Yeah. That's not, you know, it's not what we wanted to accomplish with this record. I did want to address the haters and the hatred that I've had pretty much my whole entire career in music. Yes, there have been so many people that have tried to turn me off. And I said, you know what? I want to take that meaning of the song.
Oh, so it sounded like she has a lot to say, and she has a full story behind why she went with this version and remix.
And just let people know you're not gonna turn me off. I'm gonna stay turning it on, like I say in the song. So that's what it is about, and it's not a retraction. It is a blanket statement for many people who along the way. And I mean, no one's gonna give it to you on a silver platter. You gotta take it, and that's what I'm doing. So that's what it's about.
Ciao. Okay. Now you tell me, did that seem like a woman who was forced or pressured into, you know, going at Beyonce, or does it seem like she was feeling like she was on top during that time, but she was feeling confident and cocky, and she felt like, listen, I'm up next and I'm gonna send my shots? If I'm being honest with you, I think she's feeling like she was forced now because it didn't play in her favor. If this would have played out the way she wanted it to play out, she still would have been, you know, feeling like how she felt when she originally, you know, went there and put it out. Yes, they got some feedback from it, but she was wanting to go at him. This didn't seem like a woman that was just so nervous about her career. I mean, she had developed her own storyline with it. Hell, if she's that great of an actress, she should be in, you know, movies, because she was very convincing. You couldn't have told me that, you know, she pretty much, its career was on the line. She had no choice but to put that out. If she didn't put that out, she would have been shelled for life, because hell, she looks very comfortable, very seated. She knew what she was doing. And to me, she seems like she was in on it. And so, child, I don't know. Like, listen, I'm a Keri Hilson fan. I love Keri Hilson. I loved all her projects. She's a beautiful artist, beautiful woman, but girl, let's just keep it 100. The thing didn't play in your favor. They went on to continue working. It's been a struggle for you, and now you're coming out and pulling a sympathy card, girl. You were in on it. You were in on that too, because you're changing your whole tune from then to there. Now, I get people are going to say, well, she was protecting him. She was protecting him. Girl, how were you protecting him when, you know, we knew who did it? Polo the Don was involved. And you were retracting and debunking everything. And you were like, yeah, it was me. I don't think that you were protecting him. You were pretty much saying like, hey, you know, I don't retract anything. People been trying to turn me off. It was like he had an idea, but, you know, it was all me that wanted to do it. I don't know. Maybe you can look at that as protecting. I feel like, girl, you weren't protecting him. That's how you felt. To me, that's how she felt. And I think that it didn't go in her favor. And I feel like, you know, she kind of gagged because, you know, she did get turned off. And now here we are, and she's making it seem like her hands were tied and her career was threatened. And I'm just, after watching that interview, it just doesn't feel that way. But, you know, I'm still here for Keri Hilson. I'm going to listen to her new album. But at the end of the day, girl, you know, I feel like there wasn't a need to protect anybody because I feel like you were in on it as well. She was way too comfortable and way too, you know, she was just way too settled in her stand for me to feel like she was being forced against her will. Like, if that was the case, I wouldn't even talk to. Why are we doing interviews about it? I would have been like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Do you think that she was forced, or you think she went and you think she lied? I feel like she lied on the Breakfast Club, girl. I feel like she lied. It's no shade. I feel like she lied because I just feel like she lied. I feel like she lied. She lied. I know that people are probably not going to want to hear that. Y'all not going to like that. But that woman lied. She was not forced into that. She knew that that record was coming out. She wanted to get on that record. She was feeling herself because she was on top. She had a #1 record at the time. She was feeling herself, girl, and she was sending shot. It was what it was. It didn't go in her favor. And then she turned on everybody that was involved. It was what it was. She said what she said. She's going to have to eat that because she was way too settled in her stance on that. And she stood on business and confirmed that it wasn't leaked. She wasn't forced. She said she wasn't forced. It was something that she wanted to do because she felt like people were turning her off while she was trying to make her climb to the top. She said it. She wanted to do it. He had the idea. She went with it. She liked the idea. They got the record and they leaked the record. Now she's saying it wasn't leaked, but now today she's saying it was leaked. She lied. She's doing a lot of lying. You decide what version you want to believe is the truth. I believe the original version is the truth. I feel like this is the sympathy and payola version today in 2025. But yeah, Keri Hilson, I see you, babe. You lied for sure, but we still gonna support you, boo. Love you. Okay, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think she lied, or do you think that she's telling the truth now? Which version do you believe? And until next time, keep that same energy. We'll see you soon. Peace out.